In this video, we're going to go through the steps to connect any of the microboards to the main unit. And I just put the short board here to give you an idea of what's going on. The best way to do this, connect the microboard to the USB, turn the power off, connect the USB, and then turn the power back on. And what will happen is it'll sit there, and when this green light blip beeps, that means that the board is now live, and it tells the main board micro live loading, and now it sets this as the default, the connection between here. You saw this blip for a second as this timed out. Now, this took about 10 seconds, and there's a way to speed this up. However, if you're going to use this with DCC, you'll have to flip back and forth, turning the fast boot on and off. So let me be clear. For reading and writing CVs using DCC, you want fast boot off, which is 7 pushes. We're not going to deal with DCC at the moment, so I'm going to push this 6 times, which is to push fast boot on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll flash to confirm it. All right. So in the same sequence that we just did, connect the microboard, connect here. These are the power lines for the microboard. So these 2 connection solder pads here, and it's disconnected. So never connect power through this side at the same time you have a cable in. So the cable should be the only source of power. We're going to turn this on, and you saw immediately this blink go on, and it's loading, and now it's ready. So now we're connected to here. Now it says animate, but there's nothing programmed into the board at this point. So we're going to go into config mode. It's the same as on the main unit, and you see the first pin pops up, and we're going to push the up and down on the left-hand side, and you can see that the LEDs are going all around. And 16, it just goes back to 1. All right, so let's set this up to beacon, which is 4. So that's beacon. I'm going to save it. You get a confirmation with a green light blinking here. And now if I put it into animation mode, this port number 1 is going to animate. All right, so let's go a few pins down. Let's go to maybe pin 4, pin 5, and pin 6. So let's set this to alternate flashing, which is 8. Okay, I'm going to save that for port 5. And I'm going to go up and do the same thing for port 6. Save that. And now when I turn the animation on, you can see that it's flashing, alternate flashing back and forth. So anyway, everything that you saw on the startup quick start video for the main unit is going to function the same with the microboard. So the animation, the configuration settings are identical. All right. And that goes with not only the mode setting, which is the first set, it goes with the brightness settings, the same thing. Now I can control the brightness up and down. The configuration mode, if I want to change any of the internal memory configuration variables, I can do that from here. And the triggers also work the same way. So we don't have any triggers set up. That's a different video, but it's going to work the same way. All right, so this board is ready to go. We only have 3 animations. So we're going to turn the power off. We're going to disconnect the cable from both of these, put this aside. And now we're simply just going to connect it to a power module, 12-volt supply. So I have these little pins here. I'm going to just stick it into the JST plug, and lo and behold, the animation comes on. It takes about 1 second. You can speed that up and slow it down. It's trying to figure out if there's DCC or not, and if not, it'll go into regular animation mode. So that's the way it'll appear on your layout. All right, so you just turn the power off, turn the power back on. Oops, there we go. And it'll come up and it'll boot up and turn the animation on. All right. So that's all there is to it. So the one reminder, disconnect the power from the microboard. Then you can plug in the USB. It only goes into one of the sockets. Plug it in here, There's only one place it can go. Turn the power on. That's a good indication. Now while the green light is going, it's loading, and now it's animation mode, and that's all there is to it to set up any one of the microboards.